Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, salute to Drew Nation, and shout out to the GCVs. Let's get right into it. Look, why do narcissists act like you don't exist, but demand your full undivided attention? I mean, they just demand a person's full undivided attention. Why is it that they ignore you? They act like you're not there, but they demand your undivided attention. Let's talk about it. Narcissists are really weird, strange, fragile people. And their egos are just as fragile, okay? Their ego can't take too much. So when they're jealous of you, or say you look, when they're jealous of you for whatever reason, whatever causes them to feel insecure about you, that may be the reason why they're ignoring you. All right. And it's nothing that you did wrong. They like you to think that you did something wrong. All right. They want to use this as a way to make you feel guilty. They want you to feel bad about yourself because you make them feel insecure. So the reason they ignore you is so they don't have to deal with you. They don't have to interact with you. It's because you're stronger than them. People will ignore you when they know that your personality will injure them, and they'll ignore you because you're not giving them the amount of supply that they feel they deserve from you. When narcissists don't get the amount of supply that they feel that they deserve from people in the form of admiration, attention, validation, people telling them how great they are, they will ignore you as a form of punishment. See, they're used to having everybody walk up to them and kiss their butt because they're used to getting what they want from people by ignoring them, because ignoring people is a manipulation tactic. People like to ignore you to draw you in, all right? People want to ignore you when you're better than them, so that way, instead of them giving you attention, validation, and admiration, they're looking for some type of victim that will pour out all their energy into them. And that's why it's always a fatal attraction between narcissists and empaths, because empaths are very giving people, all right, especially empath females, all right? This is why a lot of empath females get with dudes who will use them and take advantage of them. And the woman's like, I gave him everything. I gave everything I had. I gave this, I gave that. I gave my love, my time, my energy, my money. I even gave this man a place to stay. I even let him sleep in my car. I even let him do this. I even let him do that. Like a lot of females will be going to the end of the earth for some of these dudes that are just disrespectful and that will just will never care about them. And it's because that as a females are already have a lot of empathic traits, all right? They're giving. This is why a lot of females hate on you empath dudes, all right? A lot of these demonic women out here be hating on you empath dudes, because a lot of females are supposed to be naturally giving, caring, loving, and when some females see this energy in dudes, they'll try to play you, maybe even, and be like, oh, he's this, he's that, and he ain't no real man, or whatever. And that's just people being ignorant. That's just people being stupid. Empaths are the strongest people. So any guys that are empaths out there, of course you don't want to be acting not masculine, all right? Just because you're empath doesn't mean you ain't masculine, all right? You the most masculine, all right? But what you need to do is regulate that amount of energy that you put out, male or female, all right? Because there are narcissists that will take advantage of the fact that you're a giving empath, and they know that the type of person you are, they know that it's no problem for them to get from you what they want. So that's why you have to get with the right people, because if you don't get with the right people, people will use you, they'll abuse you for your good qualities, they'll take advantage of you, and then once they start not getting what they want from you, they'll devalue you, they'll ignore you, All right, that's why they start to ignore you and act like you're not that important, even when you're in a relationship with them. You'll be in a whole relationship with a person and be laying in the same bed with them and they're on their phone, ignoring the crap out of you. That's because that person is not getting from you what they want. They're still holding along. They're still holding on along, staying along for the ride, because for them, either being alone is something that they can't do, or they haven't found a new source of supply yet, and they're on their phone, obviously looking for a new source of supply. Oh, I'm just on Instagram. I'm just on the Facebook. I'm just on this. I'm just on the Twitter. I'm just on the this. I'm just on the that. Like, okay. But once you see people ignore you, you have to cut them off. I don't care if you're in love with this person. I don't care if you've been best friends with this person. I don't care if this person is related to you. Once you see people ignore you, like, why are you igging me? Why are you giving me this type of treatment? Why are you acting like I don't exist, but you want all my love, validation, attention, and energy, and probably more? They be having the nerve to ask for more too. And hey, can you pay for this? And can you do this? No. You gonna ignore somebody and act like they don't exist, but then you gonna need something from them? That's crazy as hell. But that's the narcissist for you. They don't care about other people. That's one of the hardest things you have to realize as an empath. There's people out here that don't care about other people. They just don't care about nobody but themselves. And these will be people in our family. These will be people we related to. These will be people we're in relationships with. This might even be people you work with. All right. Some people that just want you to give them energy without giving you anything in return. And the reason why they ignore you, number one, is because they don't have nothing to give. All right, they're not on your level. They have to ignore you as a sense of superiority. They want you to feel more powerful than you. All right, they've done this to people in the past. They know that if they ignore someone that's especially empathic, they will likely this person, like say the empath, like they seek out people who have abandonment issues. They seek out people who have problems feeling alone. So that way, when they withdraw from them, when they're not getting what they want, they'll use that as a manipulation tactic to make that person pour into them all their energy, all their time, all their life, because they want you to feel guilty like you're doing something wrong. So when they can get you to feel guilty like you're doing something wrong, you'll spend endless hours, minutes, seconds, days, months, depending on how long you've been with this person or how long you're with them, thinking how you could try to fix it, how you could try to get things back to the stage where they were love bombing you. You may not have been aware of that, but that honeymoon stage, that phase where everything was all good, that phase where everybody, and there's different forms of honeymoon stages. Like there's honeymoon stages at jobs, there's honeymoon stages with family, friends. Like you don't just, this isn't just like a relationship dynamic. There's more dynamics to this. This happens in many places, many different forms, all right, many different situations. So what people will do is they'll love bomb you because they think they're going to get all this supply from you, or they're doing this to manipulate you and trap you in. So it's either to get, it's all for supply at the end of the day. But the reason why they're all up in your face in the beginning is to make you think that they're this great type of person, and to get you set up to try to set you up to try to keep pouring into them to get back to this stage. But it'll never happen. All right, once you get with someone and that stage goes away, the stage where they start, they stop like showing you a love, affection, attention, admiration, stop saying what's up to you, stop looking at you, stop noticing you, stuff like that, they'll start ignoring you because they want you to fight for their validation. They want you to fight to regain that amount of attention that they were giving you. But it's just not going to happen. All right. They are the type of people that ignore you to try to make you feel like you've done something wrong. So a lot of ladies, like I said, when you get into relationships with these dudes, you keep giving and giving and giving because you think it's going to make things all right. This person is never going to make things all right with you. They're just using you in an attempt to just drain you until there's nothing left to give, because narcissists do not care about other people. All right. They seek out people with attachment issues. They seek out people who look like they don't like being alone. All right. They seek out people who look like they're all by themselves, because they know the human basic needs. People need love, people need attention, people need affection. All right, people need somebody to talk to about all the stalking and all the weird stuff, the harassment, people just randomly watching you. All right, people, empaths need people to talk to, you know. But that's why you have to develop a strong relationship with God, because in the midst of all the problems, in the midst of all the narcs, in the midst of all people trying to control you, God is always there. And when you pray and ask him for discernment, you'll be able to see right through these types of people. But sometimes he may have you experience them as a lesson. All right, so don't be mad at God. All right, because God will bring people into your life to show you lessons. God will bring people into your life for you to grow, so that you can be stronger, and that way you could rely on him and get closer to him and become more strong in your sense of self and be more confident and be able to cut the heads off these snakes in a second, instead of dealing with them, entertaining them, thinking that you need them. All right, and this isn't just with relationships. This could be with in any type of dynamic. All right, sometimes people just are jealous of you, they're hateful towards you, and they ignore you, like I said, for you to try to reach out to them, pour out your energy into them. Like, if people see that you're empathic and you have a lot of high energy, they'll use you because they want supply from somebody like you. So what people are used to doing is they're used to ignoring people, and then they're used to people chasing them, because they know the human basic needs. They know that people want to talk to somebody. They know that people want to be friends with somebody. They know people want to be acknowledged. It's just normal basic stuff. But they can't regulate their emotions. They don't know how to deal with jealousy. So when somebody is making them feel jealous or insecure, they resort to just shutting down, stonewalling, silent treatment. All right, and you'll be wondering what's wrong. You'll be like, yo, is it something that I did? Like, how come I'm not getting treated like everybody else? How come how come everybody is not looking at me like this? Or how come everybody is acting like this towards me, like I'm not here, like I don't exist? But the thing is, they'll act like, and hold on, let me finish this real quick. The reason why they're acting like you don't exist is because you cause them some type of injury. All right, you cause them narcissistic injury. There's something in you that's better than them, and they're jealous of you towards it. All right, you might be taller, you might be better looking, you might have more money, you might have a better life. It's anything that makes that person jealous. I mean, I know you don't think this way. Empaths don't think this way. All right, empaths are gentle, kind, caring individuals. We put other people before ourselves. We're always willing to help somebody. We're always willing to be there for somebody. And people will take advantage of that. And that's why they ignore you, because they know that you have something to give. And they ignore you because they're used to ignoring people and getting supply from them. They ignore the people who they want supply from, and they're used to getting supply from people from ignoring them. Because when people and that's why they look for people who are alone, people who look like they want someone to talk to, people who look like they need a friend. That's why when you see a lot of these narcissists, the relationship be looking unmatched. It's like, yo, these two people don't even belong together. You got this one giving person that's loving and caring, and then you got this person over here where you could clearly see that their horns are up and they're leading you to the pits of hellfire. All right. And you could clearly see it. You can clearly see it. Like, now, after being through certain situations, being in relationships with people, working at certain spots, going through certain situations in life, just and also educating myself and reading and learning certain things. It's like, wow, your mind starts to open up and see the world that was hidden from you the whole entire time. It's like a veil has been lifted unto you, because it's like you can now see how people have been trying to manipulate you in the past. And it's like, wow. It's like, wow, people that you never thought would resort to like these manipulation tactics were actually trying to manipulate you and cause you to feel guilty and feel bad about yourself, so that way you would seek validation from them in the form of giving them narcissistic supply, giving them attention, giving them love, giving them energy. All right, that's why you'll have females, fellas, that will be all up in your face trying to get your attention, but acting like you ain't there, ignoring you. She's a narcissist. So when people ignore you, you have to ignore them back. All right, most definitely. When people ignore you, ignore them back. I used to like try to make friends with people. I used to try to talk to people. I used to think it was me. I used to think it was something wrong that I was doing. I used to reach out to people and try to say hi and speak to people who act like they didn't see me and stuff like that. Don't waste your time doing that. It's nothing wrong with you. These people aren't better than you. They're not greater than you. They're just insecure, fragile souls that need love, but they're not going to get it in the form of your time, energy, love, attention, and affection. They're not getting it from you. When people ignore you, all they deserve is the back of your head. That's it. When people ignore you and act like you're not there, all they deserve is the back of your head. That's it. All right. Because like yo, they use their ignoring as a form of manipulation tactic because like I said, you have something that they want. They want your attention, they want your love, they want your affection, and they want you to pour all that into them without giving you anything back. And the reason why they don't give anything back is because number one, they don't have anything to give back. All right. And number two, they only care about themselves. All right. These people, they only care about themselves. They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody else. And they use their ignoring as a form of manipulation to get people to pour into them and give them everything, give them their time, energy, money, love, any resource they could get, any form of supply they could get. All right. And they want you to feel bad about yourself, like you did something wrong, and they want you to feel guilty. All right. It's all to manipulate you and to get you to make you feel bad about yourself, because if they can keep you there and feeling bad about yourself, and if they could possibly get you into a mental state to where you're seeking validation from them, now they got you. And this is how they get people. This is how a lot of people get into relationships that they wish they never been in, because like yo, there are a lot of girls out there. I know women aren't putting themselves out there all crazy. I know that's partially just how women roll. But when I'm not talking about a woman that is minding her business and y'all are exchanging glances, or she don't even have to like you. But most women that don't like you, when they're not a narcissist, they'll acknowledge you. They'll be nice. All right. You know when a woman is being nice. All right. And don't confuse that either, fellas. Sometimes a woman's just being nice. Just because she's being nice doesn't mean she's interested in you. Just because females say hi to you and say hello and smile doesn't mean they're interested in you. So fellas, you got to fall back. All right. Just because a lady's being nice doesn't mean that she wants to be nice to you that way. All right. Sometimes it's just a hi. Sometimes it's just a hello. All right. You'll know by the vocal tones. You'll know if she's looking dead in your eye. All right. You'll know if she stands around, lingers for a little longer than normal. Like, this is weird. She wants you to talk to her. All right. But I would avoid those situations at work, just saying, because work can get stuff is just messy at work. You know, you don't want to talk to people at work. It's just messy. All right. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set boundaries with these people. And how you set boundaries with these people is you ignore them back. If you're in a relationship where somebody is playing you off, ignoring you, like the relationship is there, but the love ain't there, the calls ain't there, the texts ain't there, the time ain't there, but the relationship is there. We're in a relationship. How come you don't call me like you used to? You don't love me like you used to. Once you realize somebody is not doing what they used to, the relationship is over. Once somebody says we're in a relationship, but they're not treating you like it's a relationship, it's over. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. It's over, y'all. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Say goodbye to that one. And you should want to say goodbye to that one. When people are ignoring you, that's your stage to get the heck out. That's your stage to plan your exit. All right. When people are ignoring you, that's your time to get yourself together, self-reflect, deal with the damage, deal with the loss, deal with the pain for that this person is gone and never going to be what you wanted them to be forever. And you don't have to let them go. Or you're going to have to realize that you're going to have to move to a new job because that ain't the job for you, because of how, like, you need to get certain things done, and you like it makes it hard when you're trying to work with people and the people are ignoring you and giving you the silent treatment, and all you're trying to do is do your job. Like, that's one of the hardest things I ever encountered, like, because you don't do what somebody wants you to do. You don't kiss their butt. You don't give them the validation, or you don't give them the narcissistic supply that they need. You're not giving them the attention, the admiration. Like, people will full on want you to admire them. and they'll be trying to take a crap on you at the same time. I've had certain people want supply from me in the form of trying to crap on me and give validation from me in the same time. Like, it's like they want you to acknowledge the fact that they have something that's better than you or better than yours, but the way they present it, it's like in a way that will embarrass you or belittle you. It's not like, hey, let's go out here and go check out my new thing. It's like, hey, I'm gonna explain this in a way to make you feel bad because you don't have it, but then I'm gonna say, let's go check it out, or let's go examine it, or let's go look at it. Like, don't try to put people down by making them feel bad and then try to get supply from them. Like, you can't take a crap on somebody and expect them to be your friend, but that's what narcissists do. They don't care about nobody else, right? They don't care about nobody else but themselves and their supply that they get. So they will get supply from you no matter how it makes you feel. It's all about them. They will take a crap on you and then still require validation from you. It's like they have something, and it's like saying it without saying it. They're like, hey, come look at this. I have this, and it's way better than what you have, right? And then you're just standing there like, that's nice, Bob. That's nice, Bill. Jane, I like your hair, Jane. Nice hair. It looks so much better than the time you got yours done from them, right? And you're just like, what the hell did this girl just say? You're like, they're cringeworthy. And it's like they don't care about how awkward they're being. They don't care about how stupid they sound. They just want their attention. It's like a kid playing with a toy. It's like, oh, I got a new toy. And then they play with that toy until it's no fun anymore. And then that's it. But you got to ignore these people back. All right. Once you realize, whether it's whatever, wherever it is, once you realize that people are ignoring you and they don't care about you like that, they're blatantly disrespecting you, showing you that your presence doesn't matter, showing you that you don't exist, showing you that they could care less about you. And the thing is, you'll try to say what's up to people. You'll lend out a helping hand. You'll reach out to people. And this is where the smearing comes in. It's because they'll smear you because you're not validating them in the form that they feel they should be validated in. Like, depending on how they perceive you, depending on however they see you, or depending on however they see you or however you make them insecure, that's the type of validation that they're going to require from you. If they feel you're better than them or whatever, they're going to require the amount of validation that makes up for that. And it's like, that's why it's like, it feels like you're doing something wrong when you're not even doing anything around these people. It's because they're like, whatever is wrong with them in their head, they're insecure about something, and it's eating them alive to the point where they got to act like you don't even exist so they could just feel content, because they ignore you because they're not giving you the amount of supply. That's why you have people that ignore you but then get in front of you and slap five and be cool and throw all the extra enthusiasm on it. They're trying to throw salt in the wound. We're ignoring you. We know that's a common human need to not want to be ignored. We know people get hurt from being ignored, and we're going to throw salt in the wound. After we ignore you, I'm going to show love and validation to this other person right here and slap them five and act like I see them and I acknowledge them just after I ignored you. Yo, this happens in family. This happens at jobs. This happens with friends. Like, imagine having friends that are fake as hell, and then they get with you and it's like, hey, yeah, what's up? And then they see each other, yo, Bill, James. And then it's like you're hanging out with these people that just got you there for supply. And it's like other people, and it's only because you're greater than them. Other people see that you're greater than them, and you're around these two losers, and you're letting them abuse you. This is why empaths and chosen ones have to be careful what friends they choose. This is why you have to be careful what friends you choose. I've been around groups of people where I thought I was it. I thought we was like cool. We done slept over. We done have had friends. We done had fun going out to bowl, pizza, skating. You know what I'm saying? And then friends switch. This is why people switch up when they get around other people, y'all. Because people aren't really your friends. They're just using you. People will fake a friendship. They'll become friends with you just so they can get supply. Some people know that when they become friends with you, they'll get a lot of attention. All right, some people know if they're friends with you, you have money. They know they're going to be able to go to certain places or do certain things. All right, so some people know that you got a good-looking sister, or maybe your brother looks good, or maybe you got the connection for this or the connection for that. Narcissists, all their relationships are for is to manipulate, to get resources, gain supply, and to get further ahead in life. They form relationships to step on people and get ahead. Like, okay, I gotta join friends with them. I'm gonna step on his friend, make him devalue his friend, make him. I'm the one that everybody likes. Like, and this is how they feel about themselves. They're like, yo, people don't like them like that. They like me. And it's like people may like you like that, but they take advantage of people. They use that as a weapon. All right, they don't use their good traits for good. They use their good traits for bad. They use their charm to destroy. They use their charm to love bomb. They use their charm to make you feel comfortable, draw you in, and then kill you. And then mark you for the kill, set you up for the kill. That's what I meant to say. So, like, yo, like when people ignore you, yo, these are some real devious monsters. All right, people that just willingly ignore you and act like you don't exist and you're not there. All right, they do it because you haven't appeased their ego. They need ego boosts. So when the people that they're around them 24/7 slapping fives, those little circle, those little groups, it's all for an ego boost. All right, they got the head narcissist in the group getting supply from everybody, and then they become his flying or her flying monkeys out against the one person that they all ignore and that they all treat like crap. But it's like, yo, don't feel bad because people are ignoring you. I know everybody would like a friend. I know it's like as an empath and as somebody that believes in God and Christ, it's like how you choose to live your life. It's not going to be many friends for you. It's going to feel like that. It's going to be like that. All right. People are going to be doing their own thing, and by yourself, you're just going to have to do your own thing. And then you're going to be all by yourself. You're going to be all by yourself, but you're really not. All right, you have God. It's time for you to form a relationship with him. It's time for you to get better with Christ. It's time for you to get better with God. All right. Um, God is really the only relationship you need. All right. I know everybody needs love and stuff like that, but until you find love or the right relationship, just roll with God. He'll guide you to the right people. He'll guide you to the right connections. All right. You get to wake up feeling good. Imagine, like, remember when you had them negative people in your life and you wake up and they text you or you hear from them or you'd have to see them and you were just like, oh my God. If you don't have to be with them anymore, maybe you might have to remind yourself of how bad it was when you were with somebody, when you just couldn't wait to get alone, when you were asking God for peace, when you were asking God to not be with them or anybody. All right. So now you're in the wilderness. Don't fret just because you're alone. Don't fret just because you're by yourself. When people are ignoring you and you're in a relationship, I have to get back to this. When people are ignoring you and you're in a relationship, and they say it's a relationship, but you know it's not a relationship because it's over, spend that time getting yourself together, getting back right with God, and emotionally detach from these people. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's family, emotionally detach. All right, heal. Spend that time alone to heal. Spend that time alone to get your mind right and set yourself up for a comeback. A setback is a setup for a comeback. So make sure you set yourself up to come back strong, because narcissists, their only main goal is to destroy you, use you for supply, and get and validation in the form of validation, attention, and admiration. So you have to be careful when you deal with these kinds of people, because they know that you have a giving nature, and they know that you'll give, and they know they'll take, and they set up in your mind, right? And this is how evil and diabolical and deceptive they are. During the love bombing stage, they'll say certain things. They'll set you up for things that'll never happen. They'll tell you that they're going to do this and they're going to do all these false promises. And they know that they could use that as well as a manipulation tactic. Some of us have been manipulated with the promise of a false promise. They tell you they're going to do something. They stop loving you or whatever. Or they stop giving you attention, or they pay attention to the new coworker or whatever. They don't. Maybe you made a mistake, so now You're not their version of their, you're not their idea of a good coworker no more, even though you still go to work every day and do everything right. People will set you up believing that, well, they said they were going to do this, or they said they were going to do that. Let me not withdraw my love. Let me not withdraw my work ethic. Let me not go to a new job. They said they were going to do all these things. So if I stick around, even though they're treating me like crap, maybe it'll turn around and maybe they'll still do what they said. If somebody's treating you like crap, you could forget what they said they were going to do. Somebody's treating you like ish, you can forget what they said they were going to do. All that's out the window. Once people stop giving you attention and love, affection, and start ignoring you, you got to start ignoring them too. You have to mirror. That's what they mean by give people the same energy. Whatever energy people give you, you give them that same energy back, and they're going to hate it. Narcissists hate being ignored. All right, it hurts to be ignored, and narcissists hate being ignored. All right. When you ignore them, this is when you'll have them fighting for your attention. It's like, yo, how come when I'm just minding my business, people are always trying to get my attention? They're narcissists. That's why they're trying to get your attention. They're trying to get your admiration. They're trying to get your feel good. They're trying to get your love, your attention. They're trying to get your vibes. All right, everybody gives off a different energy. People want your energy. You're an empath. You got the highest level of energy. They don't know how to approach you. They're fake. They're not real. All right, when you have people that ignore you but will walk right past you and want you to speak to them and not speak to you, don't even worry about people like that. Don't even think about people like that. Don't even entertain people like that, even when they try to go back and talk to you. Empaths are very forgiving. They know this about you. That's why they're ignoring you. They just use you and manipulate you whenever they feel the need. They know that you're a very giving, forgiving, caring person. Forgive yourself from allowing them to abuse you. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be hurt if you got hurt by them ignoring you. Don't care about nobody ignoring you. Half the people ignoring you is actually a blessing, because if you were to get to know this person or these people and get around them, you wouldn't even want them around you. So you may be by yourself, you may be alone, you may not have nobody, but give thanks, because being alone and not having nobody is better than having somebody and it being the wrong body, all right, or wrong bodies. All right, so it's best to just be by yourself. All right, you got to take it on the chin like a real man or a real woman and just be a soldier. All right, be a soldier for God. God's always with you. You got your angels. There are people out in the world just like you. You're going to meet them. You're going to connect with them. Keep speaking that into existence. Keep affirming that. There are people that are going to value you and not devalue you. When narcissists ignore you, they do it to devalue you and make you feel bad about yourself, like you've done something wrong. They see all this value in you. They see all this potential in you. They see the greatness in you, and they ignore it so that way you'll feel devalued. They're in their head, if they let you know that you're great or you're special or you're amazing, they feel that they're taking something away from themselves. They feel that all that good energy is being taken away from them. They feel that if they acknowledge you or give you some type of praise, it's taking something away from them. They're not going to have any acknowledgement, or they're not going to have any praise. They're selfish people who only think about themselves. That's it. That's it. Even when they're complimenting you, they don't mean it. They're only doing it so they could reel you in. It's just love bombing. Whenever a person that ignores you comes out their shell and they try to talk to you or they try to say something to you, and then you're like, hey, wait a minute. I thought that person's all right. No. That person is not all right. All right. When somebody ignores you and then they try to act like they're your friend or they want to talk to you, it's all for supply. Maybe somebody that they're used to getting the supply from wasn't there that day. Or maybe they need some extra supply, or maybe they just wanted some attention from you that day because they saw everybody else getting attention from you. People are weird. All right. It shifts from person to person. They'll use whoever they can. It doesn't matter. Long as they can get the affirmation, it doesn't matter. The attention. They'll use whoever, long as they can get the validation. All right. So it is what it is. Okay. This is why narcissists ignore you, but demand your undivided attention. All right. They demand your undivided attention in the form of validation. They want you to pour into them without pouring into you. All right. They do this in an attempt to confuse you, to manipulate you, to trick you into giving, so that way maybe you could get something from them. All right, it's a false hope, it's a false promise. They set you up thinking that you've done something wrong. They try to guilt trip you into thinking that, well, maybe if I just keep doing this, or maybe if I do it a little better, or maybe if I try to be more right, or maybe if I try to make things work, it's not going to work. Once somebody starts ignoring you, it's time for you to move on. All right, once people start ignoring you, if you're in a relationship, when people ignore you, it's time to move on. If you're around people and you have to be around people who are ignoring you, it's just time for you to ignore them back. And they're going to feel some type of way about it, but it is what it is. Don't let people's temper tantrums, their frets, their attitudes, let you be their doormat. Sometimes people will try to anger their way back into your life in the form of validation. Don't even respond to their anger. Don't even respond to their attitude. They're like, the people are going to get mad when you don't give them what they want, because they feel they're better than you, right? They feel you're weaker because you're caring, loving, giving, and because they don't have these energies, they just chalked it up as they're tough. They don't chalk it up as them being emotionally irrational, or having a personality issue or disorder. So not to make this video any longer than it has to be. All right, this has just been a little bit on why narcissists act like you don't exist but demand your undivided attention. I'll see everybody in the next video. Make sure you set boundaries. Make sure you ignore people back. Don't give people attention who aren't giving it to you. Give people the same energy. This has been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see each and every vessel in the next video. Shout out to the Galactic family and Drew Nation. Peace. We out.